the night when the UEFA Cup will find a new home, either here in West Germany at the home of Stuttgart, or in Italy as Diego Maradona seeks a new prize for Napoli. In Stuttgart's case, it's a first bid for European honours. Napoli have had an even more barren history, only in 1987 winning the Italian league for the first time. Like Stuttgart, they're appearing in their first European final. And also tonight on Eurosport, World Cup thrills as Denmark entertain Greece in Copenhagen. But our principal game this evening is that UEFA Cup Final second leg in West Germany. The teams, as you can see, just coming out in the Neckar Stadion. Remember, they first met 2 weeks ago in the first leg in Naples. Let's just remind ourselves of the way that one went.
Igor Vincent will take the free kick. And they'll look for the height of Buchwald.
And it's perfectly set up for tonight. Time then to pick up the action in West Germany. Your commentator, as he was for that first leg, is Peter Brackley, who has the team news.
Thanks, John. Well, the news for Stuttgart is mixed. Defender Buchwald is suspended, but another West German international, Jürgen Klinsmann, banned from the first leg, returns to lead their attack. Although, sadly for Stuttgart, this will be his farewell appearance. He's now confirmed that next season he'll play for the Italian league leaders, Inter Milan. What then of the news of the Napoli side? Well, the jewel in Napoli's crown, of course, is Diego Maradona, and the news is that he's staying on with Napoli. This week, the mercurial Argentine has finally patched up his differences with the club, and he'll lead the same Napoli side that began in the first leg. Carnevale, he was a doubt earlier in the week, but he's shaken off an injury, and Careca, the Brazilian, plays despite a fever problem. Tonight's officials are all from Spain, as Diego Maradona there tosses up with Algaba, and the referee is Sanchez Arminio. That's the setting then in Stuttgart, a 66,000 capacity crowd here. It has the makings of quite a spectacle. Stay with us for the whole of the match, and that's coming up right after this break. To Eurosport's coverage of this UEFA Cup Final second leg, Stuttgart against Napoli. Napoli, just to remind you, leading 2-1 from the first leg, so this final really is perfectly balanced. Napoli go in knowing that a goalless draw would be enough, but can they afford the risk of knowing that one goal would be enough to win the trophy for Stuttgart? That's how tight the situation is. Capacity crowd here to urge on the home side, Stuttgart. And again, it's a carnival atmosphere here. Great scenes around the town, and everybody anticipating a marvellous night. Haan already animated down on the bench. I don't think he'll be sitting on the bench all that often. He tends to spend most of the match standing up. Seems to be the trend nowadays. Haan, the old Dutch player, one of the stars of the Holland side of the 70s. This is Giuliani, whose mistake we were seeing earlier on cost Napoli a goal, and that could be a vital away goal for Stuttgart. Renica. It's Careca's header. She's Schroeder. Igor Vincent, the Icelandic international, he'll be a key man in midfield. A lovely left foot, Igor Vincent. On this occasion, though, Gaudino adjudged the offender. Gaudino, who scored the goal for Stuttgart in that first leg a fortnight ago. A man who was born in Naples. Ottavio Bianchi, the coach of Napoli, wondering if his team are going to win a first ever European title. Somebody's going to tonight. Both teams, remember, playing in a European final for the first time. Free kick to Stuttgart. Taken by Katanec, the Yugoslav. A good run here by Klinsmann. Carnevale chasing back and brings him down. And Carnevale is going to be in trouble. to that challenge. Klinsmann was streaking clear of him. And Carnevale, a leg trailing, down goes the West German Footballer of the Year. So, an early opportunity here then for Stuttgart. Gaudino with the free kick. Renica's header came back off the referee, but here's Maradona. Now to Fusi. Big following for Napoli tonight too from the Italian contingent. They certainly made themselves heard after the triumph for the first leg victory when they came from behind. We were trying to get out of the stadium to get back to our hotel, and the taxi driver just could find no way around the streets, and in the end had to resort to going up the pavements. But euphoric scenes in Napoli. I wonder who's going to be celebrating tonight. Katanec, away by De Napoli. But the early pressure is coming from Stuttgart. Gaudino. This is Schroeder. Klinsmann lurking in the middle. Giuliani holding on. Early test for the Napoli goalkeeper. Volta. Disappointing cross. Volta, one of the two front players. Klinsmann is the other, with Gaudino adding his support too. Alemão headed on. This is Hartmann, whose role again tonight is to shadow Diego Maradona everywhere he goes. Now Schroeder. Vincent. Schaefer. This is Hartmann. The tackling is pretty fierce in these first few minutes, as you'd expect from a European final. And there's Guido Buchwald, who's having to sit this one out through suspension. And I wonder just how much Stuttgart are going to miss him tonight. A player of his class and reputation. Referee allowing play to go on. Here's Carnevale. Schaefer with a crunching tackle. Maradona. He's turned well off Algawa. De Napoli. Vincent beaten by Fusi. Here's De Napoli. Careca. Free kick. Katanec is furious. He felt the tackle was a fair one. I must say, I felt he was going for the ball there, indeed trying to clear the ball, and Fusi, if anything, was struck by the ball. But the Spanish referee has given the free kick. Immel has to organise that defensive wall. Maradona is there. And we all know what he can do from free kicks. He's so dangerous from set pieces. Renica there too. He can strike a ball. The referee's happy that the wall is now far enough away. I don't think Volta is. Maradona still complaining. What will he try here? Straight into the wall. It did its job. Here's Alemão, the Brazilian. Algawa with a header clear. Ferrara, foul then by Volta. So Napoli showing they're not content just to sit on their lead from the first leg. Maradona. Brave run by Ferrara. As Maradona pierced the defence. Put out for a goal kick to Stuttgart, who warmed up for this game with a 4-3 triumph in the league last weekend, beating Valhof Mannheim. 2 goals for Klinsmann and 2 from Algauer. Vincent. He finds Klinsmann. Good ball through to Gaudino. Ferrara is able to steer it back. But an early threat then again from Stuttgart. Remember, they have got to score tonight. 0-0 would win the trophy for Napoli. Alemão trying to find Careca, and Immel had to be alert to the danger. Now supported by Careca, who was very quickly off the mark and onside. Catanec. Here's Gaudino. Ran straight into Corradini. Alemão caught in possession though by Hartmann. This is Alemão. And such an inspiration to Napoli is Alemão. He's had a lot of the season out through illness. But he's come back with a vengeance in the last few weeks. Is Algauer, loves to come forward. Good play though by Corradini. But he couldn't find Careca. This is Schaefer. Plenty of open attacking football for both teams in these early minutes. This is Carnevale. Francini going on. Renica to Alemão. Gaudino. Now Catanec. Here's Vincent. 10 minutes gone, no score. So the aggregate 2-1 still in Napoli's favour, courtesy of that late goal from Careca in the first leg. And Stuttgart had defended so well, it seemed that they were going to get away with a win. And then 2 goals in the second half changed the picture. Renica to Careca. But again, sound defensive play from Stuttgart, who deny Careca. He's been in tremendous form this season. Catanec. Seeing plenty of the ball in the early stages, so is Vincent here. Searching out Klinsmann. He certainly missed Klinsmann in the first leg. He didn't play in the quarterfinals. He's had injury problems as well as his suspension. Haan is not a happy man down there, so wrapped up in the occasion. And so is anyone here in the stadium. It really is a fantastic atmosphere. And this is a final that could so easily go either way. Cadenex. Here's Klinsmann. Finding Gaudino. Sigurvinsson to Algara. He packs a tremendous shot. But it lacked the accuracy. Algara claiming that there was a touch there, a deflection from a Napoli player, but the referee says not. But Algara has been such a consistent goal scorer, mainly from midfield down the years. Now operates as the sweeper in the side. More than 100 goals in the Bundesliga from Algara. Sigurvinsson. Spreading the play well. Schmaller. Oh, error was from Algara. And once again, he found a good position. He got up well then, above the defenders, and Giuliani was well placed too. But Algara posing a definite threat early on here to Napoli. Schmaller. Klinsmann. Careca, lovely skill. Prepared to battle too. So is Maradona. And 2 catapults through the air. No free kick given. Sigurvinsson. Some movement. A rather ambitious pass, which Carnevale cuts out. Alemão. So many potential goal scorers in the Napoli side. And here's one certainly in Maradona. Good tackle though by Hartmann. Alemão, and he was caught then. Has stayed down and has got a bit of a nasty injury there, I think. Now Ferrara spotted Klinsmann. Well, if you were watching the first leg a couple of weeks ago, I think we were all rather frustrated at the number of occasions that the Stuttgart players rolled around on the ground, apparently in agony. But I think in fairness to Klinsmann, he was certainly fouled then. Whether it was quite as bad as it looked, only he will know. Gaudino with the free kick. Klinsmann was in there, couldn't get the decisive touch. Sigurvinsson. Gaudino again. Sigurvinsson. Through a sea of legs, but wide. But Sigurvinsson very prominent so far for Stuttgart. What a great servant he's been to them through the years. 4 times voted the best overseas player in the Bundesliga. Sigurvinsson. And in the meantime, Alemão here, as I suspected, got a bit of a knock. And he's been down there, well, it must be getting on for 2 minutes now, and I don't think there's any play acting on his part. And some concern, I'm sure, on the face there of Ottavio Bianchi that Alemão, his star Brazilian, he's got 2 actually with Careca, but Alemão clearly wasn't happy about the tackle, which happened some while ago. Play going on with the ball back here with Giuliani at the other end, and Alemão is back in the game but limping, and it will be a serious blow to Napoli if they were to lose Alemão. Excitement. Sticking so closely to Maradona. Here's Ciro Vincent. The touch off from Gaudino. Ciro Vincent a little unlucky then. Down goes Carnevale. Having words with Katanec, an Italian and a Yugoslav. I don't know if they understand each other, but I think Katanec has got the gist of Carnevale's complaint. Free kick to Napoli. Renica will take it. Such excitement in Napoli at the prospect of winning the UEFA Cup, as I'm sure there is, indeed there has been in Stuttgart. Napoli out of the running now as far as the League Championship's concerned. In Italy with Inter some 6 points clear. Here's Maradona. Fouled by Katanec, very clumsily. Has given Napoli the lead on the night, 3-1 now on aggregate. It seemed an eternity before the ball finally went in. Alemão onto Careca's through ball. Now it hits the goalkeeper, and it seems to be going wide and then spins back into the net. Alemão, injured a couple of minutes ago, somehow found the energy to keep going. In some anguish as he did so. You can see it there, the pain on his face. And what a fillip here then for Napoli. Leading 2-1 from the first leg. Now they've got a 2-goal cushion and the away goal. Stuttgart have it all to do. A marvellous start for Napoli. Alemão the scorer. Here's Gaudino. Schmela. A lovely combination between Careca and Alemão, the two Brazilians. And they found a way through. Alemão it was who finished via the goalkeeper, who will consider himself a little bit unlucky, I'm sure. Here's Katanec as Stuttgart look to bounce back. Ciro Vincent. Good covering again by Carnevale, but he couldn't keep Schmaler out. Katanec. Alemão. Great skill. Well, he may be feeling the injury, but he's also 10 feet tall at the moment. Careca! He's such a menace in a goal-scoring situation. And look here, how he turned a half a chance into a genuine opportunity. Marvellous play then by Careca. Just over the bar. Gaudino. Napoli are turning on the style. Gaudino. And Stuttgart will have to raise their game now. Ciro Vincent. Fusi was in the way, but not very effectively. And Napoli were at 6s and 7s at the back then. They got away with it. Hartmann. Here's Careca. Oh, if only you could have found Maradona then. That could have been very interesting indeed. Gaudino. Klinsmann trying to turn Francini. And he's done so well. Volta in the middle. Out jumped by Corradini. Careca. Renica. Carnevale. Trying to take on Schmaler. Alemão, who's been off the field for some treatment, wants to come back on. And Alemão's goal has put Napoli here in a very healthy position. Maradona. Ferrara. Immel, very anxious to get on with it. Napoli hoping here tonight to become the first Italian club to win the UEFA Cup since Juventus back in 1977. And only one Italian club other than Juventus, Roma, have won the competition in the past, then when it was the old Fairs Cup. Ciro Vincent with the shot, and again. Roma's success, I was mentioning there, back in the early 60s. Stuttgart, of course, hoping to keep the trophy in Germany. The trophy won last year by Bayer Leverkusen. Algauer. Francini. Too long for Maradona, who's just become a father for the second time this week. And we're told ecstatic at the news. Katanec. Algauer, sloppy control. Down goes Carnevale, who's been dumped on the turf on several occasions already in this match. But he can't really complain, as he committed a pretty horrendous tackle himself early on. Renica with the free kick for Napoli. And they've got Carinante warming up, and I wonder if it's Alemão that is the problem. He's been limping since that early tackle. He's certainly played his part if he does have to go off, scoring the only goal so far. If you're just tuning in, Napoli leading by a goal to nil on the night, 3-1 overall. It's a corner forced by the persistence of Volta. Fritz Volta, man with a famous name. No relation to the Fritz Volta, though, who captained the West German side, the World Cup Final side back in the... Celebrates, glanced at the watch. There's a long way to go yet, and just look at these celebrations. And Klinsmann now warming to his task. And just look here. A glorious header. From the defenders and into the corner, and that's class finishing. And they'll be watching this with a great deal of interest in Italy, with Klinsmann joining Inter next season. And they'll be rubbing their hands with glee at that kind of finishing. Carnevale to Francini as Napoli look to strike again. But that's put a new complexion on the final now. De Napoli, Careca. (3-2), the aggregate score. And if Stuttgart should score again now to make it 2-1 on the night, and it stayed that way, then there would be extra time. That's the only score that could bring about extra time. And if it finishes 2-1 tonight to Stuttgart, it's 1-1 now. Klinsmann with the equaliser on the night. But Napoli still ahead. And this is developing into an absorbing final. Algar. Just too long for Klinsmann. He's so anxious to do well on his last appearance for Stuttgart. You can rest assured, he was saying beforehand, I will give everything to make sure that Stuttgart win this final. I'm a Stuttgart player, he says, until the final whistle blows. And then, well, it's a new career for him in Italy with Inter. What a side they're going to have. Two other West Germans already with Inter. Bremer and Matthaus are going to have a third with Klinsmann. Maradona almost got Careca in. And excitement really mounting now here in the Neckar Stadium. Gaudino. Fusi. Ball was out of play. It's a throw to Stuttgart. Sigurdsson. There's a new zest about Stuttgart. Di Napoli. Alemão. Here's Maradona. Hasn't had a great deal of influence so far, but Alemão certainly has. And if he is injured, well, he's not showing it too much, although I noticed there, just after he played the ball, that he did pull up. Hartmann. Throw to Napoli, half an hour gone. That is the situation. 2-3 overall, 1-1 on the night. And who would like to prophesy where this one's going to go? Free kick for the foul. Dry smile from Maradona. I think we can safely say he's used to being fouled. It happens to him in every game on many, many occasions. But here is the sad news for Napoli. Alemão is having to go off. Canante will replace him. But Alemão has done his bit, you could say. The scorer of that valuable away goal. But as he hobbles off, Canante has a chance to make a name for himself in this UEFA final. Ottavio, Bianchi, the coach there, with a consoling pat on the shoulder. Alemão has made a very significant contribution. Maradona's free kick. It's Careca. Couldn't get past Schaefer. Schroeder taking over. Carnevale, full of running. Here's Careca. Carnevale again. Was there a foul there? Oh, Stuttgart defender went down. The referee, I think, has given the free kick, surrounded by protesting players. Here's the tackle on Carnevale. It was Schroeder who left a foot out. Carnevale. I think wants a little attention, but I don't think the referee's too interested in that. I think he feels Carnevale is able to continue, and it certainly is the case. Carnevale still arguing. He's going to get himself in trouble if he's not careful. Ciro Vincent feels that Carnevale has too much to say for himself. Will Maradona try one from here, or Renica? Emil wonders on his goal line. So many tricks up his sleeve from free kicks. He curled it well enough, but not onto the target. Maradona, who's had his problems with a back injury, and I don't think is fully fit. He only played half of the league game at the weekend. A drawn game for Napoli. But no way would he miss this final tonight. At this stage, Napoli still favourites. Gaudino in trouble now. Another late tackle as the ball was played away. And Haan just being told to calm things down. He's been jumping up and down off the bench. Let's have a look at the tackle again. Napoli on Gaudino. Just caught his heel. And that's very painful. So Gaudino is now down and wanting some attention. Haan still getting carried away with it all. A very emotional night in Stuttgart. Maradona with Gaudino. Gaudino looking around for the defender, who was Napoli. Ten minutes to half-time. Still Napoli with this 3-2 advantage. 2-1 in the first leg, 1-1 here tonight as Giuliani kicks the ball out of play. And that really, I think, in response to a definite feeling that there was a foul not given on Gaudino. So good bit of sportsmanship by Giuliani. Here's Napoli. And there's a little bit of retribution from Schroeder. Rather needless tackle. Ciro Vincent, I think, is making that point to him. The old head and the up-and-coming youngster. Napoli, they're having his say now. Schroeder unnecessarily fouling Napoli. And Schroeder, the left full-back for Stuttgart, was in trouble last week. He was sent off in the semi-final of the German Cup. 2-0 defeat by Borussia Dortmund. And Gaudino was sent off as well. And I saw some of that game and tempers got a little frayed, to say the least. Here's Maradona. Carinante outside him. Always comes in and does a good job, Carinante. Never really a first choice. But never lets them down either. Here's Carnevale. Promising run, but all to nothing. Carnevale, who's been in significantly good form. And that form has taken him into the Italian national side. Katanec. The crowd again looking to get behind the Stuttgart side. Well, as I was saying, there's a fair following here too for Napoli. Careca. This is Napoli. Careca again. Francini. And they're not afraid to attack in numbers when they can, Napoli. Certainly not settling for the draw. Maradona. Careca flicking it on. And Emil quickly out of his 6-yard area. Very experienced goalkeeper. Vincent. Renica, the sweeper. Back to Giuliani. Regular in the Napoli side this season, having taken over from Careca. Napoli, who seem to be challenging for the Italian league title for some while, but that challenge has fallen away in recent weeks, and I suppose their success in the UEFA Cup has proved a distraction. Foul on De Napoli. Italian international, fouled by an Icelandic international, a former one anyway, in Ciro Vincent. We've seen a lot of success down the years with Bayern Munich and with Stuttgart. And Stuttgart having a fair season in the Bundesliga. Certainly challenging for a UEFA Cup place next season, although not for the title. So if they weren't successful tonight, they could well be back in Europe anyway next season through their league placing. And there's some idea of the support that Napoli have here tonight. And very vociferous support it is too. How quick he was then to react to the possibility. That's a great finish. Ferrara, the hero of Napoli. Just over 5 minutes to half-time. It's 2-1 on the night. And 4-2 overall. And Stuttgart's task now is very, very difficult. Katanec playing the ball in. Renica away. They'd hauled themselves back into serious contention, Stuttgart. But now they're 2 goals behind again. And it's a second away goal. So Stuttgart need to score 3 more. Maradona. He'll be confident now that he's going to lead his team to a UEFA Cup triumph. Alemão down there on the bench, taking no further part in the game, but his goal set Napoli on their way. Now Ferrara has got a second. Klinsmann, the reply from Stuttgart. Here's Careca, as Carnevale went down again. Katanec playing it through. Klinsmann. Free kicks given. Klinsmann complaining about the close attentions that he's receiving. Gaudino. Schmaller. Trying to find Algar. Here's Gaudino. Gaudino again, trying to wriggle through. Half-hearted appeal for a penalty. He won't get one for that. Francini. Could be a break on here for Napoli. Too many defenders in the end for Carnevale. Ciro Vincent. And Stuttgart badly need to get a goal back before half-time. The final's not over yet, but they've got a mountain to climb. Volta, this is cross in, Giuliani, safe pair of hands. Napoli happy to clear anywhere just at the moment. Guido Buchwald can take no more of this. The banned Stuttgart defender. And he and coach Arie Haan will have their work cut out at half-time to lift the Stuttgart players. Here's Ciro Vincent. You certainly can't complain at any lack of effort on their part. Gaudino. Napoli are at them like terriers now. Maradona's pass. Careca so intelligently holding off then. One of the top strikers in the world, Careca. And he leads the line with such style and panache. De Napoli, they're acknowledging the raucous support of the crowd, the Napoli crowd. The Stuttgart fans stunned into silence for the moment. Here's De Napoli, Careca, Maradona. Weaving past one tackle, then another. And after all that, I think the referee has given a decision in favour of Napoli. From Spain. The first half almost over. This is Katanec. Long striding Yugoslav. Schaefer. Trying to find Klinsmann. Was he balked then? Well, the referee said no. Ferrara stood his ground, and I think the referee felt that he was backing into him. But we're now almost into time added on for stoppages. There was certainly some time when Alemão was injured. I can think of one or two other instances as well. So there may well be a fair amount of injury time. Certainly time for Stuttgart to find another goal. And they desperately need one now. And the Stuttgart players went down off the ball. Now, is that a corner? Giuliani doesn't think so. Klinsmann does. Vincent will take it. It was from the corner. Remember that they scored that first goal. The header from Klinsmann. Vincent will look for him again. Very nearly got there too. Giuliani. Did he get a touch? Well, Klinsmann claiming the corner. And the referee says no. That's a goal kick. So he clearly felt that either it came off Klinsmann or it went straight through. Let's have another look. Corner from Vincent. The benefit of the doubt goes to Napoli, whose fans are in great voice now. Maradona. Free kick given for the foul on Maradona. It's happened, I think, out of view of the camera. Maradona rather crudely brought down. But the referee just pointing at the watch then. He's not going to allow any time wasting. I think it's far too early really for Napoli to consider that overall, but they'll be delighted to go into the break if they can with this lead. Maradona wincing, but back into the fray. So still, we're deep into injury time. De Napoli turning it all the way back to Giuliani. Canante chasing. And Schaefer. We've had now 3 minutes of injury time. Algauer. But the first half ends on a high note for Napoli. And look at that despondent face then from Haan. Napoli in command here. leading 2-1 on the night, 4-2 overall. We'll be back after the break. Napoli in command here then at half-time, leading by 2 goals. Stadium in Stuttgart as Napoli start the second half. And I think if you were a betting man, your money now would be on the Italian side. Leading here by 2-1 on the night, 4-2 overall. And that means that Stuttgart now need to score 3 more goals to win this final. It can't go to extra time. Here's Careca, and I wonder what words of inspiration Haan has found at half-time in an effort to lift his side. This is Careca on as a substitute for Alemão, who got the first goal for Napoli. Now Schroeder. Gaudino. Well, he looked to be taken out then by Ferrara. But the referee saw nothing wrong. And the ball is back with Giuliani in the Napoli goal. And Ferrara certainly seemed to lunge at Gaudino. But the referee presumably deciding that Gaudino had lost the ball anyway. Napoli find themselves in such an outstanding position now. They'll kick themselves if they throw it away. Carnevale, who've been doubtful, as I was saying at the start of the game, because of injury this week. And they've had 1 or 2 problems of Napoli, but they all came through to start the game. Now they've lost Alemão. As Imol watches that one from De Napoli fly past the post. Stuttgart need a goal now. Sigurdsson, Hartmann. This is Careca, the Yugoslav. So much enthusiasm about Napoli, and they can see the title now, see the trophy within their grasp. Careca. Done a tidy job since coming on, Careca. Here's Carnevale. Ferrara, well, must have had a telepathic understanding there with Renica, allowing the ball to run through to him without even looking. Napoli, who done such a fine job down the flank. Hard-working as a defender and foraging up front too. Napoli will want to protect this lead in the early stages of the second half. Take the venom out of Stuttgart's reply. Of course, hope to catch them on the break yet again. What a contrast here to the first half in that first leg in Napoli, when Gaudino's goal had Stuttgart in front. Here's Klinsmann, tripping Carnevale, the referee allowing him the advantage. Just look at Carnevale's determination then. Here's Maradona. Oh! Glorious skill. How many players in the world would have the audacity to do that in a European final? Here's Maradona. Could be a chance on here. Little burst of acceleration. Such a gifted player. And determined now to turn on the exhibition stuff. Well, they're not there yet. They regard as the finest player in the world has taken centre stage. Sigurdsson's pass. Volta. Here's Schaefer. Gaudino's in the middle. Too long for him. The service will have to be better to the front men if Stuttgart are to stand a chance of getting back in this final. If you're just joining us, they're 2-1 down, Stuttgart, here on their home ground. And that means they're 4-2 down on aggregate. Klinsmann. His last game for Stuttgart. Is it going to end in disappointment for him? Just signed a 3-year contract with Inter. Hoping to go out in style from Stuttgart, but it's not looking that way at the moment. Unless somehow the West German side can transform this final. Sigurdsson with the free kick. The crowd still hoping. Giuliani holding on well. The majority in the stadium, of course, are Stuttgart fans, but when I say the crowd, you have to bear in mind there are, I would think, over 20,000 Napoli supporters here too. Algar. Klinsmann, the combination didn't work. And a foul then by Klinsmann, who looks to be getting a little frustrated by it all. He's a quality player, Klinsmann, but he's prone to showing a little bit of temper sometimes. And when that little flick didn't come off, he took it out on poor old Ferrara, who got that all-important second goal for Napoli. A rare first-team goal for him. What a night to choose to score it. Here's Renica with the free kick. Schroeder to Gaudino. Here's Hartmann. Schmaler. One of two identical twins. Neil Schmaler, Olaf, his brother, is among the substitutes. Klinsmann couldn't quite get in there. In fact, it was Walter. As Klinsmann looked on, half a chance almost developed. Katanec. And Stuttgart seek the goal that would bring them back into the final, which for the moment Napoli have command of. Here's Klinsmann. Good defending by De Napoli. Can be a little confusing. De Napoli, and the team of course called Napoli. Here's Schaefer. Gaudino. Couldn't get away from Canonante. He's chased and hustled and harried.
Attenzione prego, i signori Guido Marino e Giovanni in casetta al termine
Carnevale
sono pregati di recarsi al cancello numero 6, dove alla tenda ci sarà il signor Angelo Careca di Sindelfield.
Sigurdsson. Surrounded though by blue shirts. Napoli happy to pull defenders back now to protect their lead. Katanec. Sigurdsson couldn't get through. They've only got Careca upfield. Maradona beaten by Hartmann, his shadow. Here's Schaefer. The Napoli players throwing themselves into the tackle now. So near to a European triumph. One of or two of the Stuttgart players just beginning to look a bit despondent now. They've got to keep going. It's not over yet. But certainly Napoli firm favourites now. Careca, Sigurdsson. Here's Schroeder. Napoli simply not allowing the Stuttgart players to dwell on the ball, or to get anything going, really. There's no fluency about Stuttgart, but they've still got hope. Algauer, this could be, well, I was going to say, a chance developing, and it still might, because here's Schaefer. But too long as Giuliani watches it, and so here does De Napoli. Schaefer's cross not providing the right kind of service that Klinsmann and Volta need if they're to beat this man Giuliani again. 2-1, Napoli lead on the night, 4-2 overall. And just to remind you, Stuttgart now need to score 3 more if they're to deny Napoli the trophy. Here's Schaefer. Napoli happy to defend. Algauer trying to work a little bit of space for himself. Careca now. Just look how tight the marking is then on Volta. He and Klinsmann simply haven't been allowed the room to turn, to manoeuvre themselves into any goal-scoring situations. Save that one moment in the first half when Klinsmann headed the equaliser. But since then, Napoli have re-established control. But now they have this free kick to defend. Volta is the player just in front of the wall. Klinsmann to the right of it as we look. Algauer's shot, got nowhere. Hartmann with the pass to Schaefer. Now Careca has got Maradona away to his right, can't find him. Here's Schroeder. Now Algauer. Algauer going down, tripped in rather needlessly really by Careca. Algauer rather displeased by it all, not too anxious to shake hands. But there is the trophy, the UEFA Cup. And for the moment, well, you'd have to say it's looking like Napoli's cup. But Algauer here with a chance. He certainly can strike a ball from distance, can Algauer. His 2 goals out them through the semi-final against Dynamo Dresden. What can he do here? Again, straight into the wall, and somebody felt the effect of that. Well, the foot was high from Careca, and that's going to be a free kick. A smile from the Brazilian. Feeds his innocence, what me, ref? But the foot was certainly high. As you'll see here, I'm sure from the replay, oh yes, Schaefer pulling away. Otherwise he'd have had the skin taken off his nose. Giuliani organises the defensive cover as Stuttgart hope to find a goal and some new hope. Sigurdsson. Well wide. And they'll have to do better than that if they're to test Giuliani. A rare blemish from him in the first leg, but he's had an outstanding season. Sigurdsson, such an experienced player. You hope to lift those around him. With about an hour of the game gone now. Still Napoli leading 2-1 on the night, 4-2 overall. Stuttgart need 3 more. Maradona just turned to give himself some room. Here he is again. All the tricks. Renica. And they've played themselves out of trouble so well. Carenante. De Napoli. Careca with Carnevale. Vincent a little fortunate then. But here comes Stuttgart again with Algauer, who's coming more and more into the game as an attacking force in the second half. Here's Algauer. Claims for a penalty. Not given. The Spanish referee had a long, hard look. We can have a look now. Well, I think some referees might have given that. I've seen penalties given for a lot less, and Algauer might consider himself a little unlucky then. Haan, I'm sure, would agree with that. Down on the bench for Stuttgart. It's the final. 3-1, Napoli lead here on the night in this second leg. It's now 5-2 overall, and the referee pointing to the centre circle. The game must go on. But Careca, the man who fashioned the goal, Maradona, are relishing the moment. Just look at the play here of Maradona. Finish. The master goalmaker and the master finisher. And that superb play by Napoli. And Stuttgart, well, they now have got to score 4 more. And I think you have to say now that the UEFA Cup Final is going to be won by Napoli. They've defended well, and they've broken well to score 3 times. Immel racing out of his area. It's a forlorn task now for Stuttgart. And Napoli have just stepped up a gear when they've needed to. And what a magical piece of play by Maradona to set up the goal for Careca. Goal number 6 for Careca as Schaefer clatters into the boards. Goal number 6 for Careca in Europe. I think someone's got a new camera in the morning. Vincent with the cross in. Klinsmann can't get there. Gaudino. He was wrestling then with Carnevale. And Stuttgart in a little bit of disarray now. They were so optimistic about this second leg, having given themselves a real chance after the opening leg in Italy. Gaudino's early goal in the first leg, but then Napoli coming back with those 2 second-half goals. And now they've produced an outstanding display in the second leg in Stuttgart. Foul on De Napoli, applauded by the Italian. Not so by the Yugoslav Kerinic. And Ottavio Bianchi, surely now, is on the way to leading his team to a European triumph. That's what they think of it, the Napoli fans, celebrating on the terraces. De Napoli. Maradona, whose talent set up yet another goal, this time for Careca. It's 5-2 on aggregate, 3-1 tonight. Canonante now for Napoli. The Napoli fans cheering their every pass. Schroeder to Sigurd Vincent. They've got to keep pressing forward. But surely it's beyond them now. Sigurd Vincent. Algauer. They've still got their pride to play for. And they've had such a marvellous season, Stuttgart, getting all the way to the final. Had their trials and tribulations on the way. Very difficult hurdle against Real Sociedad, I remember, that went to penalties. And they came through the semi-final against Dynamo Dresden. But it looks as if the trophy is going to be denied them. Another free kick. Napoli with just about everybody back. Algauer may well strike one. Not his night. Wasn't all that far away. Algauer, the old campaigner, must be thinking now that his big night is going to end in a major disappointment. Full marks to Napoli, who've done the job tonight superbly. Canonante battled away. And here's Sigurd Vincent. Klinsmann waiting in the middle. There again, the tireless working. Well, that's now 3-2, 20 minutes left. But it's still 5-3. And Haan knows that they still need 3 more. Napoli, who's toiled away tonight. It's very unfortunate for him. And there it is, an own goal from De Napoli. Gaudino may claim it, but I don't think there's any question there that that was deflected. Very sharply so by De Napoli. A cruel moment for him, but I don't think it's going to matter. But you never know. It's certainly given Stuttgart a glimmer of hope, no more than that. And still, they keep pressing. Gaudino, a goal in the first leg. And a hand in the one here. It's given them at least a, well, let's just say a chance. And a very slim one. Schaefer. Safely through to Giuliani. Napoli wanting to bring on Bianchi, who is a defender. So I think they're just going to look to tighten things up now. And it's Careca, scorer of the third goal, who comes off. He's had a fine match. And like Alemão, who was taken off earlier, he has played his part in no uncertain fashion. The two Brazilians, Careca and Alemão, both substituted, both have scored. And Stuttgart win another free kick. Careca, I think, going back to the dressing room. Hartmann. Schmaler. Algauer. Onto the left foot this time. always prepared to have a go. But his shooting has just been a little wayward tonight by his high standards. And look at the dejected face there of Arie. He's had some European success himself down the years of his playing days, in particular with Ajax, but I don't think he's going to find success here. Not tonight, anyway. Vincent. Napoli will look to contain Stuttgart now in these remaining minutes. Giuliani. Free kick to Napoli. Gaudino in trouble again. Gaudino, whose shot produced that goal just a few minutes back. Ball wickedly deflected off De Napoli. I'm sure De Napoli won't mind if Gaudino wants to claim it, but the record books, I'm equally sure, will have to say that it was an own goal by De Napoli. A little refreshment for Gaudino, as well as some treatment. Schmaler. Here's Schaefer. He's done well. So too, though, as Canonante. He really has stuck to his task since coming on for Alemão, as Gaudino rejoins the battle. A battle that is still being comprehensively won by Napoli, although they're on the defensive. They're still in command. And it looks as if Olaf Schmaler, the other twin, is going to come on. Commentator's nightmare, they're identical twins. I hope they don't play next to each other. Carnevale. There's still an air of confidence, as you'd expect, about Napoli. So close now to winning the UEFA Cup. Remember, both these teams in their first European final. So whatever happened, there was going to be a new name on the trophy. And unless something extraordinary happens towards the end of this game, that name is going to be Napoli. But here's Gaudino. They daren't give up. The crowd, the Stuttgart fans, still willing them forward, hoping for a miracle. Foul by Canonante. His determination got the better of him there. Foul on Schaefer. So Vincent with the free kick. They haven't got it clear yet. Here's Schmaler. Niels Schmaler. The free header for Canonate. He might well have done better to have had a go himself there.
I documenti della signora Emilia Santa Maria sono stati consegnati alla polizia dello stadio, dove possono essere ritirati subito.
They've sweated and they've toiled here tonight of Stuttgart, but with 15 minutes left, Giuliani's team Napoli, who seem to be heading for victory. 3-2, Napoli lead on the night, 5-3 overall. Just to recap for any latecomers, that means that Stuttgart still need to score 3 more goals. Klinsmann here gave them hope in the first half for the equaliser after Alemão had given Napoli an early lead. Further goals for Napoli coming from Ferrara before half-time, and then Careca. Before the second goal for Stuttgart, an own goal by De Napoli, the shot from Gaudino. And Klinsmann really rather optimistic then with that hopeful pass. And Napoli comfortably in charge, really. Renica. A chance perhaps here for yet another goal. Maradona was lurking in the middle. Here's Maradona. Crunching tackle from Catanec. Enough to deny the Argentine. He can afford to be very sporting about it all now. His team are almost there. He's worked so hard for this moment as Maradona. He led Napoli to the title in '87. So close again last season, the Italian title that is. And now Napoli are on the verge of a European success too. He's had his differences with the club, as I was saying earlier on, Maradona, but he's cleared those up now. And he's pledged himself to Napoli until 1993. And further good news for them, just before the first leg, that Careca had agreed to stay on for another 3 years too. And Ottavio Bianchi there will be looking, I'm sure, to launch another Italian league title triumph to next season. Volta is now going off. And Olaf Schmaler, the other identical twin, is coming on. So both the twins, the Schmaler twins, two young players who came from Eintracht Brunswick, and they're now on the field together. Two young men with very promising futures. The immediate future, though, looks to be belonging to Napoli. Volta taking no further part in the game. Maradona here most certainly is. Just looked for a moment as if he was going to set off on one of those weaving runs. Carnevale almost at walking pace now. Catanante. Napoli surely aren't going to throw it away now. They've done the hard part. They may not have finished themselves yet. Oh! Carnevale with a disappointing cross. Gaudino. He's battled on despite being injured in the second half here. Catanec now. Algauer. Schaefer. Gaudino. It's a corner. Careca looking on. Hoping and believing, I'm sure, that his goal has been enough to secure the final. You never know in football, it's a strange game. Giuliani fisting clear. Gaudino's header. Neil Schmaler to Sigurd Vincent. Foul by Maradona. The referee allowing the advantage, which isn't taken up. And Immel has to come all the way out. 2-3, Stuttgart down on the night. The aggregate score in Napoli's favour, 5-3. And the minutes are ticking away. 10 to go. Algauer. Klinsmann, he's turned back into trouble. De Napoli, so cool and composed. they've had some heroes out there tonight of Napoli, looking rather tired now. The prospect of winning the UEFA Cup will carry them through the last few minutes. Sigurvinsson to Schaefer. Klinsmann heading down as we listen to the longest public address announcement I think I ever heard. I must confess I have no idea what he's saying, but I'm sure it's very important. I wonder what on earth he's saying. Sigurvinsson to Katanec. The message on the public address is over. The match nearly is. Foul by Canonente on Schaefer. There have been so many free kicks throughout the game, really. It's not a game that's been allowed to flow. But a few inspired moments, and certainly enough from Napoli to have made the vital difference between the two sides. Gaudino thought about the shot. Sigurvinsson is hustled by Carnevale. And the danger eventually passes. Gaudino again. Still Stuttgart persevering. But I fear it's all in vain. Fusi. Francini, rather. Schmaler all the way back to Immel. Napoli are almost there. And I'm sure you could hear in the background the tremendous support they're getting now from their supporters. Gaudino to Sigurvinsson. Klinsmann couldn't reach it. It's been a great atmosphere in the stadium. And the message now from Ottavio Bianchi is hold on. Klinsmann, who so wanted to go out on a high note before he leaves for Italian football next season. I don't think it's going to be. Katanec. The supporters already celebrating. They think it's all over. It's not quite, but surely it's going to be Napoli's night. Schroeder. Hartmann. It's all rather laboured now from Stuttgart. As they prepare for the final scenes here, the presentation. And that's going to be one that Giuliani and his colleagues are going to remember for the rest of their lives. If, as it surely looks now, Napoli go on to win this trophy. They've controlled the match from the early stages. The goal from Alemão, which was so vital to them. Here's Schaefer. If a miracle is going to happen, it's going to have to happen fairly soon. Katanec. Gaudino. Francini in the way. Fusi. Napoli have mainly just defended in the second half, but they broke to such telling effect with that third goal as one of the Stuttgart players down with cramp. They won't be feeling any cramp or any ill effects at all in the crowd and among the Napoli supporters. Bigliardi, he got himself into trouble then. Schmaler, and that almost went in. The substitute, Olaf Schmaler, with a deflective shot of Renica. That could have been very embarrassing. Here's Sigurd Vincent with the corner. Klinsmann's header way off target, and Arie Haan knows now that it's all over. The Napoli fans celebrated after the first leg as if it was already their trophy. That was certainly premature, but I don't think it is now. Here's Maradona. Carnevale. Is this going to be another one? Imol just did enough to deny him. Carnevale, who's scored 12 times in the Italian league this season. He's been waiting a long time for this night. Our friend down there, waving the banner. With 3 minutes to go. Napoli 3, Stuttgart 2 on the night. 5-3 overall. Sigurd Vincent. Some tired legs out there now. And away from Carnevale. Sigurd Vincent driving the shot in. Now Gaudino. Schaefer's cross, Giuliani. Napoli's lost it to Katanec. Schmaler. Hartmann. Here's Klinsmann, still prepared to run. There's a goal kick to Napoli. The time now is almost up. A minute and a half to go in this UEFA Cup Final in Stuttgart, the second leg. Down on the bench, the Napoli entourage can hardly contain themselves. Imol. Gower. Klinsmann. Canonente. No way pass, and the decision in Napoli's favour, which will waste a few more seconds. Almost an eerie silence about the Stuttgart fans now. All the noise is coming from the Napoli contingent. Carnevale. Schaefer with a foot in. There you see the sea of banners and flags being waved almost hysterically now by the Napoli following. After the first leg, they were hanging out of the car windows. Heaven knows what they'll do tonight. They were standing on the roofs and shouting and singing. I think the mood they're in, they'll probably walk back to Napoli. It's a long way, they won't mind. They're in great heart now. And well, they might be after this sterling performance by Napoli. Carnevale. A tired clearance. Not a terrible back pass by Napoli. Trying to waste time by turning the ball all the way back to his goalkeeper. And Ole Schmaler nipped in, and in the very last minute heads in a third goal, which makes it now 3-3 on the night, but it's still 5-4 on aggregate. You just have to hesitate for a second to work it all out, but What we do know is that Stuttgart still have to score 2 more. There it is, 3-3, but still 5-4. That's what matters. And Maradona quite happy now to more effectively steer the ball back to Giuliani. Astonishing blunder by a player of the Bianchi, and his team have done it. The first Italian team for 12 years to win the UEFA Cup. That's the scene there among the Napoli fans. A great night for them. They've beaten Stuttgart here. We'll be back with the presentation after the break. Stuttgart, as the stadium, the Renica Stadium, waits to greet with Napoli. What a week it's been for Diego Maradona, a father for the second time. He settled his differences with Napoli and agreed to stay up, won by now. There's also been plenty happening, World Cup news too. Let's hear about that from John Help.